Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mistake Bus. Today we are going to see how you can automate the creation of dated conversion rate according to the latest currency rate. Okay, so for that we need to first enable multi-currency. Go to company information, click on edit. I will choose here currency locally as USD. Okay, I want my corporate currency as USD. Okay, so it's here. Just enable the activate multiple currency, save. Just refresh the page, otherwise you are not able to find manage currency in the home. Okay, so I will refresh it and then search here manage currencies. So currently you can see here active currency is only one, which is corporate. Okay, so I will first create two more currencies. One is British pound. Just give random currency rate for now. Okay, save. Another I will create Indian rupee. So select INR 0.22, just a random amount. Okay, save. So as you can see, currently advanced currency management that enable dated conversion rate is disabled. Just enable it. Okay. Hmm. As you enable, you can see here two more options come. Okay, manage dated exchange rate, manage currency. So from manage currency, you can add more currencies if your organization has more multiple currency. Okay, and manage dated exchange rate is what is the exchange is the conversion rate that start from a specific date. Okay, so if you want to create a more dated exchange rate, you need to go here and manually create this. Okay, but today in this session I will show you how you can automate it. Like you know conversion rate change time to time, right? So how you can automate this changes? So for that I will use an API that will give me a latest conversion rate, and using that API I will get the conversion rate and just going to create this dated exchange rate using Apex code. Okay, so what is the how I will do that? For that I will create one batch class, and from that batch class I will call out an API, and API will give me a data, and after getting that data I will create exchange rates. Okay, so let's see how I can do that. Okay, for getting latest currency rate, I will use an free API. Okay, so I will give you this website name in the description. You will go there and just log in, and you will come here in this dashboard page. Okay, just go to request playground and give your base currency, that is your corporate currency. In my case, corporate currency is USD. So I give here USD, and what data you want, like which currency conversion rate you want. So just give it in comma separated manner, and it will generate a requested URL. Just click on send and you will get data in this format. Okay, so I am going to use this URL for calling an API. Okay, so before that you need to register this website. For registering you need to go to remote site setting, click new remote site, just copy this URL. See, okay, just give your multi currency and paste the URL here. Just don't need no need to copy the entire API key and everything. Just give here the base URL. Okay, save. Okay, here you need to give an underscore. Okay, it's done. Okay, now for saving time, I will not going to write the entire code in this video. I will provide you the code. I just explain the code. Okay, so I will tell you first. Try by yourself. If you are find any difficulty or any kind of error, okay, just go to my code and check. Fine. So for that, for writing code, we are going to write batch class. Okay. So from batch class, you need to call an API. So what parameters you need to send on API and everything you will get here in the documentation. If you go here in the documentation and go to latest exchange rate, so you can see here in the URL you need to pass three parameters: API key, base currency, and currencies. Okay. Base currency will be your corporate currency, and the request method should be get. Okay, now I will go to my batch class, which I already written. So in the batch class, first create an Apex class and implement database.batchable. If you need a detailed video on batch class, how it work and what are the methods, start, execute, finish, just comment down. I will create one separate video on that. Okay. Now then implements database.allow callouts, because we are going to call an API from here. Okay. So the query will be a currency type. I need to get all the active currency type. Okay, then after getting, it will return this uh, list of currency list, and the pointer will go here in the execute method, and in the execute method it will check if currency list is not empty. It will call this method update currency rate. So I created one helper here, and this method is present here in this helper. So here in this helper, I first create one constant called API key, where I pass the key from this, from here you will get the key, okay, from this URL, this API key. So just copy that and come here. Then I will create one update currency rate method, static method, and pass the currency list, okay. Now, how actually, how you need to dated conversion rate, okay, dated conversion rate list is an inner class. Here it is. So why I created this dated conversion rate class, I will go one by one. First, come here in the line 7, I created base currency list string, and this is currency list because I want to send the parameters dynamically to the APIs. Okay, so I need to fill this two list first. So for filling that, I need to for loop on currency list which I am getting from the batch class. Okay, and if the currency list is corporate, then base currency we will add the ISO code of the currency type, that is USD. Okay, and if it is not corporate, that means I need to find the conversion rate of those, right? So as you know, in the API I need to pass base currency as well as currency. So in the currency list, you will pass the rest of ISO code, okay, that is GBP and INR. So after doing that, we need to create map of because I need to send here parameters like this, right? API key equal to, here I copy paste the code. So you need to pass in the URL like this: API key equal to the API key, base currency like this, okay, comma separated, currency and base currency equal to USD. Okay, you need to pass it like that. So I have to create URL like that only. Okay, so for that I create one map string. Okay, the key will be the string and value is also string. So first key will be API key and the value will be the API key. Currency will be the key will be the currency and currency will be the this list. So I need to pass comma separated. So that's why I use string.join. Okay, and base currency similarly. Now after doing that, I need to create base URL. Our base URL is this. Then after declaring base URL, you need to attach all the parameters to this base URL and create URL like that, like this. Okay, so how you will do that? For that, you need to create a list of param list, a list of type string, then loop over this query param key set. This query param is this one, right? So just loop over this and add param list equal to key equal to and the string, and encode it using this UTF-8 format. Okay. After doing this, just write string.join and add those parameter with the base URL. Okay. So it's done. So our base URL, like our whole URL with params done, which is stored in this variable. So now you need to send request. For that you need HTTP request, HTTP response, and HTTP. Okay, these three objects. So first in the request endpoint, you need to pass the URL, like entire URL, this one, in this format. Okay. After that, you need to set headers like content type equal to application JSON, and set method will be get, as I already shown you in the documentation. Okay. So in the response, you will get some response, right? So http.send request. So I will send, the response will be stored here in this response. The response you will get like that, like this, I guess. As you can send here, the response will be in this JSON format, data, then CAD, UR, USB, like anything what you pass here, like if it is INR and GBP. Okay, so response is like that. Okay, validation, the selected currency is invalid. Let me make sure. GBP, right? In this way you are getting. So you need to deserialize this data, right? So how you will do that? I will create map of string then object, and I will use json.deserialize and cast it to in this format. After casting, you will get object like key and value. So your key will be data, your key will be this data, and value will be this entire object. Okay, here from here to here. So you need to again cast it, right? So same thing I will do here. So as the value is that entire JSON, so I will cast it into this format and store in the data. So up to this you will find the data, that is the latest conversion rate. Now for updating, for creating dated exchange rate, you need to create, you need to call one more API. Okay, database dot update or database dot create will not work here. Okay, you need to call an API, Salesforce API. Okay, so how you will do that? So let me show you in Workbench first. So you need to call this uh, this URL. Okay, and the method should be post, and your data will be in this format. I copy paste this format here in this word. So you need to pass data in this format. Okay, here in the attributes you need to send the object name, that is dated conversion rate, and you need to pass the ISO code, conversion rate, and the start date, because it's a dated conversion rate, right? From this date it will start calculating using this conversion rate. Okay, so how I will do this? So as I told you, there's one inner class I created, this dated conversion rate class. As you can see, this inner class I created uh, for creating body of like I need to send this body, right, to the API, so that dated conversion rate gets updated. So for that I need create this dated like inner class in this format. Here you need to pass map attribute will be a map of key value. It will be a string. Okay, and ISO code, conversion rate, start date. Then this constructor. Okay, constructor will convert the that what conversion rate into up to 2 decimal places. Okay, and in the attribute you need to pass this type and dated conversion rate. You will go through this code and this uh, file. You will understand what I am doing. Okay, so I need to create this format. So for that I created this inner class. Then after creating this inner class, I declared here at the top list of this inner of type inner class. Okay, so after getting data, I will add that data in this format in this list, dated conversion rate list. So I will add here new dated conversion list and pass the key. Key will be your ISO code and conversion rate, and then the next will be the date, like today's date. Okay, formatted date. As you can see here at the top only, I find this today's date in this format, year, month and date. Okay, so I will pass and add in the dated conversion rate list. After doing that, I will create one JSON map. This JSON map is in this format I declared here. It's a string and then object. Okay, so in the first value will be all or none equal to true, as you can check here in this format, all or none equal to true. Then we need to pass the second value will be a records, and then this type of record. Okay, dated conversion. After doing this, our body is ready. Okay, this JSON map is our body, which I need to pass in the API call out. Okay, so now I will call. So same thing happened, request response I created two object, and then the endpoint will be org domain URL, then to external form, and then add this okay, because we are going to hit this URL. Okay, after that, set header content type this, then authorization you need to pass the session ID, and then set method equal to post, and then set the body. So JSON map is our body, just realize it and just send. After sending the request, it will automatically create your dated conversion rate. Okay, I hope you understand the entire code. Just go through this code, you will understand like fully. Okay, so here you can ask me one question. Can we update the conversion rate? Like, we are not going to create, we will update whatever present already in the system. Yes, you can do that. For that you need to use a patch. Okay, not post, you need to patch. And then in this format, here in this body, you need to pass one more thing, the ID of the conversion rate, like this. Okay, the ID, everything is same, just you need to pass here the ID in this format, and then the ID similarly. No need to pass start date and anything, just ID and ISO code. Okay, and everything is same, and your method will be patch. And when you hit the send, then it will update already present conversion rate. Okay, understand? Let just go to our org and run this code. Okay, so currently in our org, let's see how many dated conversion rate is there. So I already export the data. So you can see here, currently these are the conversion rate that are present in the system. So I am going to hit that API and let's see what happened. So currently I'm not going to schedule this batch class. You will do that. Okay, if you want it to run monthly or daily basis, just schedule this batch class. Currently I am from anonymous window. I am directly calling this helper class and update currency. I will pass the list of currency type. Okay, let's see. See, it's getting executed and it's success. So currently there are only 3. Let's export again. So now you can see our latest GBP rate is, if you convert USD to GBP, the conversion rate is 0.79 and INR is 83. So in this way, you can create latest dated conversion rate like automatically without any manual step. Okay, I hope I am able to explain you the concept of multiple currency and how to automate this dated conversion rate. If you like this video, just give one like. It will motivate me to create more videos. Thank you. See you again.